Oh my goodness, get ready for the most scandalous tea of 2025 because what I'm about to tell you about Jay-Z and this legal drama will have your jaw on the floor. Let me set the scene for you, darlings. Picture this. Behind all the glitz, glamour, and empire building of hip-hop's biggest mogul lies a legal scandal so wild it could make Law & Order writers blush. We're talking about the most explosive showdown between Jay-Z and this fierce Texas attorney, Tony Busby. And honey, it's getting messier by the minute, so here's the piping hot tea. These two have been going back and forth in the courts and on social media like cats and dogs after Busby dropped this bombshell lawsuit. We're talking about accusations that would make even the most seasoned gossip columnists gasp. The lawsuit claims, and brace yourselves for this, that Jay-Z and Diddy were involved in something absolutely unthinkable with a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. Now, both of them shut that down real quick and denied everything, but baby, that was just the beginning of this drama. Jay-Z's team went absolutely nuclear on social media. Through the Rock Nation page, they basically called Busby every name in the book: a deplorable human, an ambulance chaser in a cheap suit, the Shade, and accused him of trying to extort money. But Busby? Oh honey, he wasn't about to take that lying down. He clapped back, saying Jay-Z was trying to bully and harass him and his client. He was all, "We'll let the courts handle this, sweetie."
Every time I could have made a really big check, he's always stepped in and intentionally f***ed it up. Every time. Listen, don't ask me, ask the rest of the industry. Like, you know, that's why I got the f*** away. I mean, one of the reasons. Like Jay, I like the way I would look at it, like if you could compare him to like a character now, I'd say he's like the Penguin. He's like ruthless like that with his friends or people that help.
Now, let me spill some more tea about this Tony Busby character. This man is not your average attorney in a stuffy suit. He's like the Texas legal version of a bull in a china shop, known for taking on giants and causing absolute chaos wherever he goes. When you mix his bold as brass personality with these shadowy allegations about Rock Nation, child, it's like throwing gasoline on a fire. And let me tell you, this drama didn't just appear out of thin air like magic. It's been simmering away for months, getting spicier and spicier until it finally exploded into public view. Busby, who clearly lives for the drama as much as we do, threw down this scathing lawsuit against Jay-Z, alleging all sorts of criminal activities. Of course, both Jay-Z and Diddy were like, absolutely not, and called it all outrageous fabrications. But Jay-Z, baby, he took it to another level and went for Busby's throat on social media through Rock Nation.
More to get to, including explosive allegations first reported by NBC News being made against rap icon Jay-Z. A new civil lawsuit accuses him of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs at a house party more than 2 decades ago. Claims both men deny. NBC's senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett's here with more. Hey, Laura, good morning.
Hey, Hoda, good morning to you. Ever since Combs was indicted by federal prosecutors last fall, these parties he was known for hosting and what celebrities may have attended has been the subject of intense scrutiny. But the blast radius around the star had been relatively contained until now.
This morning, disturbing new claims against music icon Jay-Z. A civil lawsuit detailing sexual assault, originally brought against his longtime friend Sean Diddy Combs, now adding new allegations against the rapper whose real name is Sean Carter, claims both men deny. The anonymous woman, who was 13 at the time, described in the lawsuit as being drugged and raped at an MTV VMAs after party she says Combs hosted in 2000. According to the suit, she recalls accepting a drink from a waitress that made her feel woozy and lightheaded before she says she was raped by Jay-Z and then Combs in a bedroom as an unnamed female celebrity watched. Jay-Z swiftly issuing a statement Sunday calling the claims heinous and accusing the woman's attorney of trying to blackmail him, suggesting the attorney had tried to seek a settlement first, adding, quote, "I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world."
The rapper issued a blistering statement in response and directed his comments at attorney Tony Busby, who filed the suit, saying, quote, "You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children.
You seem to exploit people for personal gain. I look forward to showing you just how different I am.
But if Jay-Z thought he could silence our Texas drama king with a little social media shade, he clearly doesn't know who he's dealing with. Busby came back swinging, claiming Jay-Z was trying to intimidate him and his client. It turned into this wild public spectacle, with both sides throwing more shade than a forest of oak trees.
And then Tony Busby responded to Jay-Z's statement by writing this on X. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, meaning the defendant, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. We will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media.
This morning, Houston attorney Tony Busby is speaking out again about the claims made by rapper Jay-Z through his company Roc Nation on Sunday. Over the weekend, a lawsuit claiming that Sean Diddy Combs raped a 13-year-old back in 2000 was amended to also accuse Jay-Z. His statement on Sunday slammed Busby and claimed that the attorney tried to blackmail him into settling. Then, late last night, Busby posted on X saying in part that no one has made any threats and Jay-Z's comments are bogus and laughable. He also called the rapper's allegations a, quote, coordinated and desperate effort to focus the public's attention on me personally to avoid attention on the allegations being made by my clients. Jay-Z has denied all allegations.
Now, hold on to your wigs and secure your edges, because in January, this story took a turn that had me clutching my pearls. This man named Jose Maldonado comes forward with a 133-page lawsuit that's so scandalous it makes Real Housewives reunions look like a church picnic. Let me break this down for you because it gets wild. Maldonado is saying Jay-Z's legal team, including this fancy lawyer named Marcy Croft from the prestigious Quinn Emanuel firm, were trying to orchestrate this whole secret campaign to destroy Busby. The lawsuit isn't going after Jay-Z directly, but it's targeting Roc Nation, Marcy Croft, her law firm MJ Legal, and Quinn Emanuel, Urquhart & Sullivan. And honey, the allegations in this lawsuit are juicier than a Georgia peach. They're saying these people conspired to obstruct justice by hiring shadowy operatives to illegally convince more than 24 of Busby's current and former clients to turn against him. Can you believe the drama? But wait, it gets even more outrageous. These operatives were apparently going around pretending to be federal agents with fake badges. The audacity. They were going door to door trying to recruit people to sue Busby, allegedly offering $10,000 to anyone willing to play ball. But here's where it gets even spicier. Maldonado says he recorded everything. We're talking actual recordings of these supposed agents spilling all the tea about this bribery scheme. The lawsuit claims Roc Nation was bankrolling this whole operation while Marcy Croft and Quinn Emanuel were pulling the strings behind the scenes like puppet masters. According to the lawsuit, these fake agents were so messy, they were caught on tape basically confessing to the whole thing. They were apparently bragging about how some people had already taken the money and joined their little scheme. The recordings supposedly reveal this damning evidence of a coordinated effort to discredit Busby. Now, technically, Jay-Z isn't named as a defendant, but honey, since Roc Nation is his company and he's the founder and chairman, you know this tea is splashing right back on him. The lawsuit acknowledges all the legal back and forth between Busby's firm and Jay-Z in New York federal court and Los Angeles state court, but claims that while all this was happening, Jay-Z's attorneys were denying any involvement in these shady operations. Let me tell you about what happened with Maldonado specifically, because this tea is scalding. He claims these people working for Marcy Croft tried to contact him multiple times and even showed up at his father's house by mistake. They allegedly flashed fake federal badges and were being super pushy about getting in touch with him. They claimed they were with the state and working on a lawsuit for Marcy Croft's company, promising him a pile of money. But Maldonado wasn't buying what they were selling. Instead of playing along, he went straight to Busby's law firm, and now they're suing for solicitation and civil conspiracy. The implications of all this are huge, darling. We're not just talking about some rogue employee or a simple misunderstanding. This lawsuit paints a picture of a well-funded, highly organized effort to take Busby down. Busby released this statement to the Houston Chronicle that had me gagging. He said, "The conduct alleged by Mr. Maldonado is illegal and unethical. We know investigators have gone all over the United States illegally contacting our former clients to try to entice them with money to sue our firm. According to Mr. Maldonado, we now know who is behind this effort. We won't be intimidated nor deterred in our important work. I expect expect more lawsuits will follow as we continue to hear former clients report this egregious conduct. But Miss Marcy Croft? Oh, honey, she wasn't about to let that slide. She came back with a statement that was dripping with shade. She spent 25 years exposing fraud and manipulation, and she basically told Busby, "You picked the wrong one, sweetie." She told the Houston Chronicle, "I didn't ask to be a part of this fight, but now that he's dragged me into it, he should know that I'm not someone who backs down. Mr. Busby should be worried. Truth and justice are on my side, and I have every intention of holding him accountable."
Between Tony Busby and Jay-Z and his attorneys are slowing down anytime soon. So let's bring on attorney and litigator Rich Schoenstein to get his take on this. Rich, always great to see you. What's your reaction to this lawsuit, especially since Tony Busby has made these allegations before?
Yeah, well, there's this whole sideshow now between Tony Busby and the lawyers who are purportedly representing Jay-Z, especially Quinn Emanuel. There's been some litigation already, and now this is a new suit down in Texas that to some extent is kind of a sideshow, right? The main question are still these really salacious claims against Sean Combs and against Jay-Z and potentially against other people about what happened. And now there's all this stuff between the attorneys that is very interesting for a guy like me, but maybe a little less interesting to others. I don't know.
And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name. But the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
Morgan Norwood, thank you. And Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accuser, says in a statement to ABC News, quote, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or intimidated." And we did reach out to Jay-Z and his team, but did not get a response.
Can you believe all this drama? Is this just a power-hungry attorney trying to take down a mogul? Or is there something even more scandalous hiding beneath the surface? The plot keeps thickening, and honey, I am living for every single moment of it. Drop your thoughts below, darlings, because this tea is too hot to handle alone. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell because you know we'll be here spilling all the piping hot tea as this story continues to unfold. Stay tuned, my loves, because something tells me this drama is far from over. The saga continues, and we'll be here to catch every single juicy detail.